George immediately going to the crossed arms, the stance that he's favored throughout his now 20-fight comeback. And there's the big left hook by Jerry Cooney.
Not landing that time. Obviously, that cross-arm defense is a trademark of George's trainer, 76-year-old Archie Moore, one of the all-time cliche, but really one of the all-time boxing greats.
And of course, that crossed arm, George used it effectively, fighting the much shorter opponents that he's faced up to now.
Jerry trying to dig for the first time, the left hook to the body. That really is his best punch.
Touched the key word there, Alex. Balance, something that Gil Clancy has said that he really wanted to work on with Jerry Cooney. Oh, there's a left from George Foreman. Touched the key word there, Alex. Balance, something that Gil Clancy has said that he really wanted to work on with Jerry Cooney. Oh, there's a left from George Foreman. Good left to the body by Cooney, and then he came upstairs, and George said, I'm not going to waste the energy walking all the way over to that corner.
That replacing the mouthpiece, a new rule. Ordinarily, the fighter would have to fight without the mouthpiece for the remainder of the round.
Well, there's that jab of Foreman again getting in.
George, we have to say right here, and not just in contrast to Jerry Cooney, George is a little bit quicker than he has been in his 19 fights of his comeback. That wild amateurist Foreman right to the body. He threw that punch when he was a world champion.
When you look at, and there's a couple left and a right to the body, and that's really a trademark of Foreman's punches, Alex.
You could almost see Jerry Cooney thinking there a moment ago, damn, he was along the ropes. Wait a minute, I am not supposed to be on the ropes. Let me get out of here, and he did. Before Foreman was able to take advantage of it. But again, Jerry in a corner. And that time, Jerry got a little left hook in, and he wobbled Big George.
The final 10 seconds of the first round. There was a big right to the ribs by George. Well, George has appeared to be bored through these past 19 prior fights.
Not in this one.
There's a good left counter by Cooney.
He came in here with a much more serious look than he's had in any of his previous 19 fights of his comeback. And he better be serious because he's got millions and millions of dollars at stake here.
Well, they both do.
George didn't need this fight to fight Tyson. He was going to get that Tyson fight, amazingly enough. He was going to get it anyway. He's risking everything.
Oh, and there's a good right lead by George Foreman. It doesn't do a whole lot, but it definitely scores.
Putting pressure on Cooney, backing him around the ring just by walking in. Jerry so far has not chosen to stand his ground and trade punches. He's been fighting in spurts. There, standing his ground, punching, and then trying to move out of the way.
And there is the big roundhouse left, the trademark punch of George Foreman. Ooh, and that blow by Cooney went undetected by Joe Cortez. At the left, come up and slice the punch, and Jerry Cooney's in big trouble. He's ready to go, and there he goes. 2, 3. And look at the left, come up and slice the punch, and Jerry Cooney's in big trouble. He's ready to go, and there he goes.
2, 3, 4. And he is badly hurt. Same position he was in round 5 against Spinks. A clubbing right hand by Foreman. Now let's see if he's learned anything about how to survive, because he's got 1 minute and 8 seconds left. Oh!
And that's it! And I don't think this fight's over. This fight's over.
Performing as a comedian even when he's introduced. Here we go into the first round. Foreman at 256. That's a pound less than he weighed when he fought Evander Holyfield. He's not known, however, for a lot of lateral movement. He's not a great jabber, but he'll come at you and try to throw punches. Foreman is always plodding, painfully slow, but carrying unbelievable power. And they're an example of George's amazing strength.
Get the hands out. Get the hands out of there.
As you can see, that's not a jab really that Schulz throws, but it's almost more of a hook. He doesn't really jab much. Foreman a huge favorite in this fight, 7-1 favorite. but there have been underdogs that big who have won the title before, and a nice right hand by Schulz. Draws a warning from Cortez for holding behind the head and hitting. Foreman wild with the right hand, almost amateurish. There's that long tree-like left jab of Foreman, one of the great jabs in boxing history. That's the trouble facing Schulz, getting through to the bigger man, George Foreman. There's that right hand to the body. George pounding on that body here in the first round. Good little combination by Axel Schulz as round number one comes to an end. Pretty good round for the challenger. Both sides of the body of Axel Schulz, who now is showing movement, much the way Tommy Morrison did in his successful fight against Foreman, frustrating Foreman that night by basically dancing and staying away from George. Schulz so far fighting a smart fight. That must look like some giant tree trunk coming at you. You're the opponent of George Foreman. Schulz sneaks in a right. Only two other Germans have ever fought for the heavyweight title. Max Schmeling, who of course won it before being stopped by Ali in 12 rounds. Foreman getting more serious. Left hand by George. Right hand by Foreman, and Schulz counters. Half a minute to go in round two. Schulz showing some reddening now around the nose. Jab has been a good weapon for Foreman in this round. Schulz is tough though and firing back.
Come on, work out of there.
By Big George. You cannot stand in front of George Foreman and hope to survive, really. Cassius Clay was 7-1 when he fought and defeated Sonny Liston. Ingemar Johansson of Sweden was a 4-1 underdog when he beat Floyd Patterson for the championship. Digging right hand to the body by Foreman.
Come on. Get him out.
Referee is Joe Cortez, who is the man who told 10 over Michael Moore when Foreman fought him here. Well, Foreman wanted to throw and couldn't get the punch off, and Schulz answers back. And sometime when you're 46 years old, some of those openings you saw earlier in your career, you don't launch the same punches. Right hand to the body by Foreman. He's done a nice job on the body of Schulz in this fight. Now Schulz back on the move. Schulz's fans come alive again here in the arena. Nice right hand by Schulz. Foreman tried to counter, but Schulz got much the better of that exchange. Foreman has a very willing challenger in front of him tonight. He is not highly ranked. Everyone knows that. In fact, it cost Foreman a WBA title, although not the IBF. As we mentioned, of course, if you're going for recognition by the people, Foreman is it. Nice right hand by Axel Schulz, showing some quickness there, leaped in with a left hand. Right hand to the body by Foreman and a left hand to the body by Big George. Now concentrating on the body, trying to take the wind away from the challenger Schulz, who answers back with a couple of jabs. Axel Schulz went to visit Max Schmeling a few weeks ago to talk about this fight, to get some tips, and he's mixing it up with Big George here in the fourth round. But Schulz may be boxing better than many thought coming in. Nice combination from Axel Schulz. Axel Schulz may have won himself a round from George Foreman. Quick right hand from Axel Schulz. Foreman just trying to continue to pound away. Let the cumulative come to the fore. Inside the final minute of round 5, the Axel Schulz chant goes up from the German fans here in attendance. Foreman fires the jab. Right uppercut from Big George. Remember, Schulz has never been down as an amateur or a pro. Foreman may be a little frustrated, but appeared somewhat angry in that between rounds period and comes out firing. Good right hand to the body by Big George. Turned pro in 69. Won the title in 73. Then, of course, lost it to Muhammad Ali in 74. And then 20 years, almost to the day after losing it to Ali, he regained the championship once again with that victory over Michael Moore. Foreman still very good controlled round by George Foreman here so far in this 6th. And here come the Schulz fans with their own chant. Interesting crowd mix here tonight. Foreman's face not nearly as puffy as it was against Michael Moore last November. Well, Axel Schulz certainly up for his opportunity of a lifetime. Back in the move once again. When Schulz gets close to Foreman, he throws a roundhouse right to the body. Hits the left side of the body of Axel Schulz. What Schulz likes to do is try to get in close, like right here, and then throw sneak right hands. On a couple of occasions, it has served him well. That right hand by Foreman was powerful, but most of the punch taken on the shoulder by Schulz, who lands a very good right of his own.
Get him out. Come on, your head's free.
Foreman in his fight with Moore last year, even though he would lose rounds, and many of those rounds would have his moments and would land big punches with Moore, but Moore, and I think he actually had a lot more big moments in that fight early than he's had so far here in this one with Axel Schulz. That right missed, but that one didn't. 1 minute into the 7th round. An interested observer in the Axel Schulz corner is Bone Crusher Smith, a former partial heavyweight title holder, and then has served as a sparring partner for Schulz for the last 4 weeks. Foreman in recent fights, remember, has had a tendency to puff up around the eyes. We saw that dramatically in the fight with Alex Stewart, and then in the fight also with Moore. His face was a puffy mass. There's Schulz with the right hand, Foreman back with the jab, but now George beginning to show some signs of puffiness in this fight as well. Take a look around his eyes. You see a bruise under the right eye now that's blowing up underneath the eye. Foreman digging that body punch. Left hook by Foreman. Again, that right of Schulz is quick and having some success. Foreman plodding forward, getting the jab off every now and then, but Schulz very busy and finishing up the round very big here in the final seconds of round 7. Bruising also under the right eye, but Dundee was paying attention mostly to the left eye of Foreman between rounds. And Dundee, very angry, was yelling at Joe Cortez, the referee, between rounds. Good jab from Foreman. There those heads come close together once again. That's when he needs to throw that jab again. Big George weighing 256 pounds tonight. He is not the heaviest man ever to fight for the title. Primo Carnera was, but several times more than that. Oh, good right uppercut from Foreman. As Schulz leans in, Foreman finds him open for that uppercut. Here he comes in with head first once again, though. But Schulz displaying the good chin we heard about. Foreman lining him up with the jab. And Schulz trying to throw punches inside. And there's some jabbing from Schulz. Nice uppercut from Foreman. Now that one lifted Foreman's foot right up off the canvas. This fight has stretched further than Cortez has been fairly busy tonight. Schulz unloading, Foreman trying to back him off. Schulz trying to steal the round. Good 1-2 from Foreman. Full vision, it looks like, out of that left eye, despite the knot there. We are in round 9. And all the predictors of a 1 or 2 round knockout have long since seen their predictions go down the drain.
Come on, get him on, come on.
Foreman ripping the jab. That right by Schulz was partially blocked by Foreman. Foreman's uppercut has been a great weapon for him throughout his career. Same thing happened to Jerry Cooney when he fought Foreman. Too much of an uppercut. Again, Schulz hitting as the two break out with the right hand. Three judges score the fight here. Referee has no vote in the scoring. The judges are Dalby Shirley and Stuart Winston of the United States and Hector Vilches of Mexico. That was a rare 1-2 attempt by Foreman. Oh, good right hand by Schulz. In addition to Schulz's great chin, we should point out, of course, that George Foreman has a magnificent chin as well. He's a hard man to hurt. Vision probably beginning to get affected now. That knot high above the eye is closing, clamping down on the eye now. But this is a man who came here to fight. There's that right uppercut by Foreman again. Schulz at times walks right into it, but then he stays close to Foreman, and that's when he does his best work with the right. And Foreman again complaining about the headbutts of Axel Schulz. To exchange punches, right by Schulz, the left by Foreman. Nice uppercut inside by Schulz, and then Foreman answering back with the left to Michael Moore in. When he was miles behind on points. Someone's leading the Axel Schulz cheers with an air horn here in the arena. Axel Schulz, a 7-1 underdog, remember, coming into this fight. And 45 seconds here in round 10. Here he is, still standing and still throwing punches. Foreman rips a left, and Schulz answers right back. This kid is tough. George still has that great power. That has never left him. Reflexes, of course, not what they once were. Out of shape looking. He looks very soft, and of course there's the roll of flab around the middle. But George is in condition to fight 12 rounds. As you could see between rounds, he was hardly drawing a deep breath. He knows how to pace himself here late in his career. And he trains, when he does train, George, and goes to training for a fight, he trains very hard. And will often fight several rounds in a row with just 30 seconds rest. And now the two are exchanging punches as Schulz grows increasingly confident. That could be a mistake. Foreman still pounding the body, looking for that uppercut. 1 minute into round 11. Strong right hand from George Foreman. Oh, there's that 1-2 by Foreman and Schulz. Schulz has eaten a lot of those left jabs. Left hook from Foreman at long range. We don't see that very often. Usually he's throwing the jab from out there. Foreman enjoying a good 11th round. Ooh, look at that uppercut. George just walked in, planted himself, and threw it. Right hand by Foreman. Some of the fans here in the arena taking up a USA chant now to counteract the German fans in attendance. Foreman would like to finish Axel Schulz off. He does not want to see this fight go to the judges. Half a minute to go in the 11th round. We're seeing a major league display of heart from the challenger here this evening. Schulz fires back. And it is Schulz here in the final 30 seconds of the round after Foreman had dominated the earlier portion. Than anyone could have expected as a 7-1 underdog, trying to annex the heavyweight championship of the world from George Foreman. His fans have been roaring in the last few rounds as Schulz has gotten better and better. You heard Angelo Dundee say to George Foreman, "Let it all hang out, baby." Good right hand in close from Foreman. 2 minutes to go in the fight. Good right hand from Axel Schulz. Foreman marches forward, throwing the jab. Georgia would appear still has plenty of power in those punches. Schulz has just been so willing. Hitting on the break is Axel Schulz, and a big flurry of punches from Axel Schulz. George steals a look at the clock. Left hand from Foreman. Schulz appeared to be hurt badly in the early portion of round 11, but came on big at the end of the round. Axel Schulz fighting the fight of his life against one of the legends of sport, George Foreman. And Schulz is closing strong. Half a minute to go in the fight. Foreman runs into a right. Because this has been a terrific 12 rounds of boxing. Axel Schulz and George Foreman. What a fight!
For the winner by majority decision, and still